Looky here, guys, it looks a little different, doesn't it? I was out this morning cutting down, doing a little tree trimming here. You notice that the overhanging limb there on the oak tree is now cut off, and the tunnel archway seems considerably larger. So you got, there's where I sawed that thing off. That bad boy, that bad boy fell on me and knocked me in the jaw, and fortunately, you know, didn't do me serious harm, and also nailed my hand, so my thumb is okay, but you know, it hurts to use my thumb, so that's the way it is on that. You can see there's a sort of a chopped off mulberry tree there that had been going way over, and it seems to have found a new home right about here. That's a good place for it. And that big tulip tree that was hanging down, that got chopped off. Here's some more mulberry stuff that got chopped off. And then came down here, and the overhanging stuff there on from the sycamore trees, or water maples as some people call them. So I've cleared that out so that the mail carrier can get there easier. And they've found a new home right over here. So that was all prelude to the new washing machine's arrival. Well, here it is. These guys from Sears showed up here not 20 minutes ago, and my heavens, they worked like a house afire, and got the old one out there, and got the new one down here, and got it all hooked up. And they were gonna run off with my rubber drain hose, which is nice and long, as you can see, and replace it with some little piece of plastic nonsense. And I prevailed upon them to leave me my rubber drain hose, which I've had since 1975. And I also said, seeing as how I've paid for this plastic hose, you just give me that too. So maybe I can use it to siphon something out at some point. It's slightly different from the old one. I'll have to read the owner's manual, and I'll try to encourage Paul to read the owner's manual, although he tends to be a little more laissez-faire on how to do these things than I am. I tend to like to follow the instructions until I know what I can get away with. But the lid opens differently than the other one. So we'll have to give this boy a test drive here tomorrow, possibly. See if it works. So, alright. I had to pull the tractor out, and get the door up, keep the garage door up here so that these guys could come in through the garage and carry it down into the basement. And of course, but I had mowed with the tractor earlier this year for about 4 hours, and I decided I better just go ahead and fill up the diesel tank. So I put 5 gallons of diesel in it, so it's now full. And then while I was at it, I thought, well, you know, on the theory of while you're up, get me a grant. I thought, well, I hadn't run the generator for a while. I had run it for about 2/10 of an hour last fall, you know, getting ready for winter, you know, and topping up the tank. And it occurred to me I hadn't even had the thing on anytime this year because we haven't had our power out. Now, usually we have lots of power outages in May, June, and July. July is always the biggest year, but so I fired that boy up and ran it for about 2/10 of an hour just to, you know, lubricate up the seals and so forth. And So I'll have to do a more definitive sort of top up and battery charge here later this fall, but I'm glad I got around to doing that. You know, just all this stuff kind of goaded me into doing this. So we're back upstairs here now, and I wanted to give you a little bit of an update here on. You know, Paul brought this thing home from his work here, like 2 days ago now. Excuse me, and he got this thing. It's called the Helping Hand Award, and of course it's got a bit of a little bloody thing on it. So that he got the Helping Hand Award for, you know, some especially meritorious, you know, swinging into action thing he did, and that's good. That's good. He's gotten Employee of the Month before, and he's gotten the Golden Spatula Award before, and in fact, he overheard his immediate supervisor telling the housekeepers, other housekeepers, not to write him up with compliments, because then they'd have to probably give him a raise or give him another award or something. So he's got that sort of, you know, always wear your rear view mirrors when you're engaged in this kind of stuff, guys. So I'm going to say bye-bye for now, YouTubers, and we'll see what transpires later here. You know, after Paul gets home, maybe we'll be just full of more stories. So, alrighty.